Hey you guys, it's me. I'm back just to talk real quick about two more of my favorite Norwex products. I've already been through the starter kit, but I want to go through two other ones that I feel like I can't not talk about because as far as I'm concerned, these are some of the best items that Norwex has. So first thing I want to talk about is our Superior Mop System. I'm calling it a system because it comes with both a dry pad and the wet pad. I think yellow is for sun, that's dry, and blue is for water, that's the wet pad. So this dry pad is just like your dusting mitt, same microfiber, and holds up to 7 times its weight in dust and dirt and dog hair and whatever else you're trying to mop up. If you look behind me, you can see I've got pretty dark hardwood floors. I love them for the 3 minutes that they're clean after I've just cleaned them, but they're really hard to keep clean. I have a 10-year-old English Bulldog that's white and sheds these tiny little hairs year round. Doesn't matter what time of year, he's shedding like crazy. So this thing has saved my sanity, this mop, especially this dry pad. So pop this thing on. This is just a Velcro system, so pop this on. Even if I've just vacuumed, I'll put this on and go around, and it will be brown underneath from all the dirt and whatever's on the floor, and then white on top from all the dog hair that my vacuum missed. So love this thing. It does a great job getting in the corners. If you pop it on here kind of off center, you see how I have it? So you got a little kind of a tail at the end. When you're dusting your floors, pop this on right up against your baseboards, and it'll dust right across your baseboards. It makes really easy work of dusting your baseboards with this mop. After you're done using the dry pad, take it outside and beat it up against your house or your porch rails or whatever, just like you would with your dust mitt. That'll get most of the stuff off of it, and usually just enough that I don't even have to wash this one, but maybe once a month or maybe once every couple months. So love this pad. Okay, next, after I've dusted my floors, I'm gonna pop on the wet pad. Again, this works just like the EnviroCloth, but for your floors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to my sprayer on my sink and just spray it damp. I'm not going to get it super wet because you don't want a whole lot of standing water on your hardwoods. Then I'm going to go around with the spray bottle. After I've mopped a little bit, this thing's going to get kind of dry. You're going to tell that it's not working as well. Then I just spray the floor as I go, and just keep mopping up as I go. This will get every bit of the sticky, any kind of sticky spills or anything like that off. And my favorite part about this is when you're cleaning with just water and microfiber, you're not leaving a residue on your floors. So with my old mop, I would mop and they would look nice and shiny and pretty, but then I would, my husband would come down with his size 13 bare feet and walk across the floor, and there would be big, huge footprints in the floor that I just cleaned. And he'd say, "Are you seriously asking me not to walk on our floors?" I'm like, well, kinda. Because I don't want you to, mess up what I just spent so much work cleaning. So when you're just using water, you're not going to be left with that residue or any buildup. So your floors will still be just as shiny because they are super clean, but not without that residue. So you're not going to notice them getting dirty as quickly. So sign me up for that. Anything that helps me be able to do it less, I'm all about. So this system is definitely one of our customer favorite things. Most people don't want to pay for it. I'll just be honest with you. It's $113, $112.99 for our Superior Mop System, which is a pretty hefty price tag. I understand that. So what most people do is host a party with me. So if you're thinking about hosting, you can earn a ton of credit to put towards the mops. Some months the mops are actually included in the host rewards. So there's plenty of different ways you can actually earn this thing for free. So there's just a quick little plug for hosting. If you're interested in that, definitely let me know and we can get you on the calendar. All right, last thing, I have to talk about these because these are something I feel like should just be in our starter kit. Unfortunately, they're not, but these are kind of a no-brainer add-on. So you may or may not know, but the #1 most toxic household cleaning item that we use is drain cleaner, Drano. You guys, once I say that, most people are like, oh yeah, it has a million warnings on it. You never want your kids to find it or anything like that. Well, y'all, the #2 most toxic household cleaning item that we use right behind drain cleaner is dryer sheets. Dryer sheets. If you guys are like me, I used to throw 3 or 4 in every load because First of all, they help reduce static. Second of all, they make my clothes smell good. And third, they make them soft, right? I used to love them. But then once I heard this about how toxic they are, how there's tons of chemicals in one dryer sheet, I couldn't go back to using them again. Somebody told me one time, if you put a dryer sheet in your pocket, then the mosquitoes will stay away from you. Well, I'll tell y'all, the reason for that is because even mosquitoes are smart enough to know that they don't want to get near that many chemicals that are emitting from those dryer sheets. So how do you get rid of those? What do you use instead? These are called our wool dryer balls. If you are shopping online, you'll see they're called Fluff and Tumble wool dryer balls. They come in a pack of 3 just like this, and I leave these in my dryer all the time. And no, I can't juggle. People always ask me if I can. I leave them in there all the time. I've completely thrown away all my dryer sheets and I'll never use them again. So how do these work? Number one, I talked about how dryer sheets would make your clothes soft. These are 100% wool. Wool is a natural softener. My clothes are just as soft as they ever were with dryer sheets, except without the chemicals, because all these have are just 100% wool. So second thing, static. People always ask me about static, even once they've started using these dryer balls. Y'all, static is caused by one thing and one thing only, and that is over drying your clothes. So if you just cut back your drying time, which y'all, these balls actually are gonna cut back your drying time big time by like 25 or 30%. So if you cut back and do a time dry and cut back your drying time, you shouldn't see any static. Also, you might want to pull out those workout clothes, like the thin, workout clothes that dry a lot faster, because those will create static within them, because those will dry faster, and then they'll spread the static to everywhere else. So that alone, just cutting back your drying time and pulling out things that are already dry, should get rid of the static. So that problem is solved. The other problem is the smell. Y'all, I even have candles called Fresh Laundry. That's how much I love that smell. If you are already familiar with essential oils, awesome. If you're not, also fine. You can get essential oils anywhere on Amazon, or you probably have a friend that sells either Young Living or doTERRA. But these dryer balls are safe to use with essential oils. Put a drop or 2 on each ball. After your clothes are already dry, put a drop or 2 on each ball and just run through the fluff, just the air cycle, and your clothes will smell great. I personally love lavender on these balls. I'm telling you, if you haven't lived until you've crawled into a bed with lavender infused sheets. It smells amazing. It's a nice, safe way to get your clothes or your sheets or whatever to smell good without all the million chemicals that are in those dryer sheets. Oh, Ralph's making an appearance. He heard me talking about him, so I guess he wanted to get on camera. So again, these are our wool dryer balls, and that was our Superior mop system. Can't, do a party without talking about those things. So just wanted to show you those 2 things. There's a million other things in the catalog. I have them all, and I'm very honest about, what my opinions on things and, what I think you need for certain things. So feel free to ask me any questions about anything else you have in the catalog as you go through. Thanks you guys so much. Bye.